stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a decent day. It's Friday. At least we got that, right? Oh, man. We're just going to do the best that we can this year, right? That's all we can really do. I guess I should be saying stuff, huh? I do enjoy doing these, but I don't know. Today, it's just like there's a rock in my stomach. Maybe I'm backed up. It's not that. It's a feeling. I don't know. I do know that I'm already sick of the holidays, though. So, here comes Christmas. Here comes Christmas. Welcome to the holidays, where more suicides happen than any time of the year. But I guess our presents are more important than our mental health. Being with family is just more important than your mental health. All these expectations that come with the holidays. Fuck that, dude. Morning, Amber. Friday. It's Friday. All right. Yes, I'm taking drugs, man. Yeah, sober. Well, yeah. Sober's a good start. I'm being very let's just go with belligerent on this whole sober recovery thing. So it's just now anytime I hear sober, I get a little miffed. It's not anybody, it's me. It's because a lot of people are out there, sober this, sober that, sober this. And it just gets to me because for some of us, this is life and death. And if we don't do it, we're fucked. And we have all these, it's just, But yeah, we're sober. The one that's getting to me is, I'm a sober addict. No, you're not. You're clean. Okay. We separate these for very, very good reasons. Even in the DSM, it says that you should keep these things separated. It's clear that a lot of people just, it's okay. It's just Dion and his head. Today we're going to be talking about the hardest love to give and give, unconditional love. We talk about unconditional love a lot. But do we really obtain unconditional love? Short answer, no, we don't. We strive. It's a goal. It's a goal. Welcome to the Daily Trudge, where Dion has lost several listeners since last week. It's called Clearing the Board. It's the way it is, man. Kind of pissed me off a little bit. I tried looking at the analytics, see which one it was. I couldn't really tell. It seemed to happen right after my last podcast. Yeah. There were some pretty hard things, hard topics in that podcast. And yeah. Too fucking hurts, man. truth fucking hurts. That hurts me too. All right. So went to the internet for a little bit of this, and it's, I can tell you something. There's as many answers as there are people when it comes to these things. So on this one, I'm just going to go ahead and state in the beginning that this is how I see it. This one is mostly opinion and some experience. You bet. You know, because I've been thinking on this. Do I actually give people? There's always something there. See, with an alcoholic mind, it's hard to give unconditional love because I have these thoughts. I have intrusive thoughts, and it does not go conducive to this unconditional love. Because according to unconditional love, I'm supposed to love you for who you are. Well, what about all the people that I report? That would not be unconditional love, would it? No, it would not. Not in the term that it's talking about here. For us alcoholics, things are always different. Just get used to it. It's always different. And we, as alcoholics, we always need to dig further because we're behind in the game. But the benefits of going a little bit further are bigger than the benefit of the original gift. That makes sense. Okay. See, when you do this, you get like this. Okay. Okay, let's do it by numbers. Let's say if you do this, you're like, okay, you get 10. But the smart people will go this much further and they get like 30. That help put it in your head? We always got to go, all right, what is it that I'm doing? What are we doing with unconditional love? It's a tool like acceptance, like live and let live. Because it can't be more than that with my finite self. Or this will frustrate the fuck out of you. How about somebody who's an abuser? Are you going to love them unconditionally and stay? No, you're not. See? It's so let's do some of this reading. While the concept of unconditional love is often discussed, it's generally considered not fully attainable to give everyone unconditional love in the sense of completely accepting and loving every person, regardless of their actions or behavior. As human nature and the complexities of relationship make it nearly impossible to maintain that level of love for everyone in all situations. However, striving to practice a more expansive, accepting form of love towards others is possible with conscious effort. And that's where we come in. See, I need to make a concerted effort to go out of my way to love that person. I do. Do I love everybody? Yes. Do I love everybody unconditionally? I doubt that very much. What would that be? That would be perfection. And we are not saints. Best we can do is try our best. That's what we do. We do our best. Okay? Do you have to confront somebody? Well, if you're confronting somebody, that's not unconditional love. Unconditional love, if we take it to the extreme, that means that we will never heal from certain things because we're just going to accept it for what it is. Yesterday, we talked about let it go or let it stay. There's some things you got to let stay. Key points to consider: human limitations. I'm a finite person. I am finite. It means I am limited. Our capacity for love is finite. I swear to God, I did not read forward on this. A lot of people think, yeah, I don't. This is the clinical side of Dion. And I can be very clinical. I just prefer spirituality. And it's natural. I have stronger connections with some people than others. Hmm. Hmm. Healthy boundaries. Your unconditional love is not going to, it cannot live with healthy boundaries. If, okay, unconditional love is as far as it goes, but if it starts to hurt somebody, then it is off the table. Yeah. Now, so what can I do? Well, I can accept somebody for who they are at the present moment. That I can do at the present moment because it's all I got anyway, right? So, well, what am I doing? Well, I'm pushing more towards unconditional love. Okay, this kind of situational, right? It is. Good afternoon, Patricia. It is good to see you. Unconditional love doesn't mean neglecting personal boundaries. It's about loving someone while still setting limits when necessary. We call that tough love, which is sounds very opposite of unconditional love, does it not? There's a balance here between there's a balance here between tough love, because tough love in and of itself injures people. Gotta be careful with tough love. Problem with tough love is this: we think we know what it is, and then we go apply it when we didn't even bother to go learn what it was. That's what I see a lot of people doing. They're like, "Well, I have tough love." I'm like, "No, you're just a dick. That's not tough love." Okay, and I know because I've experienced the different types of tough love. I love you, but I love you from over here. I've been told that. You bet. See how much it hurt? I remember it. Yeah. Okay. Intention and effort. It's always about our intentions. As an alcoholic, everything I do, I've got to look at my intentions, especially this time of year. Right? I still want to fight on what it is. I just I want to ruin somebody's life right now. I have several people in my head that I would like to do this to. Is that unconditional love? No, it is not. Is it tough love? No, it's not love at all. Okay. The people that do something and say, you'll thank me later, that is not love at all. That is narcissism. You'll thank me later. Fuck, I will. Any person that has told me you'll thank me later when it was done, I went to them and said, fuck you. I'm going to do everything I can to ruin your life. Fuck you. You'll thank me later, though. Mm-hmm. It's a big one. Calling CPS, calling the police, doing these other things because you're not getting what you want. There's 3 words that'll scare any alcoholic. 72-hour hold. Intention and effort, practicing compassion and understanding towards others, even when they might not reciprocate. And there it is a key aspect of extending a broader form of love. So, where do we, and because I'm going to tell you something, when a recovered, I've never, there's some other people that non alcoholics, right? But the people with the biggest hearts that do unconditional love the best are recovered alcoholics because we understand it. Where's the one place? Where's some places that we do provide unconditional love? Sponsorship is unconditional love. Yes. What is unconditional love? It isn't I love you for who you are. That's going to be impossible. It's not what it is to me. Okay. It means, what was it? It was in my head. Damn it. Oh, that I'm going to do something for you and not expect anything in return. That's the only unconditional love. The reciprocation does not matter. Okay. Now I love my wife. Is it unconditional love? No. No, it's not. There are conditions to our love. She's already done them. That doesn't need to be. You bet it's conditional. We bicker all the time. We ask each other silly questions. We do all this sorts of stuff. We argue. We get through life together. Is that unconditional? It's a give and take basis. So no. That my relationships, my deep relationships are very conditional. I love you because of who you are. So unconditional love for me just means that I'm going to love you a certain way and I don't expect anything in return. That's all it is for us. It can't be more than that, or it'll start getting confusing, or we'll take unconditional love to an extreme and then it'll just become, what do you call it? Toxic positivity. All right. Says here, what's the purest form of unconditional love? I just said it. I guarantee you that's what they're going to say. If not, then they're wrong. The purest form of love is agape or selfless love. I forget what agape means, but yeah, doing something without something in return. Are your parents going to love you unconditionally? Do I love my kids unconditionally? No. No. Why? I'm their father. I'm supposed to provide structure. And no, there are times I go up there, I'm like, you're okay, guys. No. They were cleaning the leaves out front. They're putting in a bucket, just putting the leaves in the backyard. They're like dumping it. Like it's the dump. I'm like, no, I bought bags. Let's put them in the bags so that dad doesn't have more work next year. Now, if I utilize unconditional love, I'd have a bunch more leaves in my backyard. What was that really? Well, that would be codependency. That's not unconditional love. That's codependency. Mm-hmm. All right. It's not, but it seems to be the hardest one. It does. Do people love me unconditionally? No. Is unconditional love attainable? Brain studies suggest that unconditional love can be real. That's not what it asked. That's not what it asked. It asked if it's attainable. It says can be real. There's a difference between attainable and real. Attainable means that I'm going to do things to get to it. Real means it happened. Right? Like this. This is real. This, not real. I can't see it. I can't. Okay. Will everyone get true love? That's not what we're asking. What is the danger of unconditional love? Can a narcissist not love unconditional? We're not even going to go there. While love can be deep and profound, it should not be used as a justification to overstep someone's boundaries. Oh, like you'll thank me later. Okay. Unconditional love comes with strong boundaries, which makes it conditional. Oh man. Now what? It's kind of like when I was growing up and they're like, Dion, why do you lie? I'm like, I don't lie. They're like, what do you mean I'm lying? I'm telling you the truth. Well, you're not being honest. I don't understand. Well, then how do I be honest? Well, you don't lie. Well, I'm not lying now. See, now I'm stuck in this circle because to me, even at a young age, my life was the only real one. Everything else was kind of foggy and I didn't understand you folks. All right. It is not a reason to tolerate disrespect behavior, and an extreme concept of unconditional love can keep people trapped in cycles of horrific abuse and violence. But that is not unconditional love. See how we can even go to where the place, what was great about encyclopedias is people couldn't come along and change the words in them on me. Well, that's what happens here. So we gotta dig. Okay, if you're looking for a straight answer, you gotta dig, because the original first answer probably isn't correct here anymore. So what do? Well, we think on this stuff. Is unconditional love unhealthy? Unconditional love can be unhealthy, damaging, and destructive if it exists with no boundaries. How to love someone who loves you. What is the deepest form of love? Let's find out what that is. I'd like to know. Agape. I think I'm saying that. Is it agape? So selfless love. I wish I'd just say selfless love, because agape made me feel stupid because I didn't know the word. Thank you, Patricia. Agape is on the Bible when tells story of good Samaritans. Okay, thank you, Patricia. She knows English better than I do. She's like, Dion, that's not English. It's Latin, dumbass. Right? What are we doing here? What are we doing here, the three of us? We're doing selfless love. This is it. See, selfless love, I think, only could be in an action form. Saying I love you means nothing. It means nothing. Action where it's at. Yeah. So unconditional love just means this. We meet people where they're at and we don't expect anything in return. That's all it is. It doesn't need to be more than that. Beyond that, okay, just like any other emotion, and love is what? An emotion to the extreme is what? Bad for an alcoholic. Yes. And that includes love. Because do you look like the Grinch? Do you like the Grinch? I don't understand why I would like the Grinch. I don't know. Are you saying I'm like the Grinch? Grinch is all right. I really like Jim Carrey's version of it. But yeah, I grew up on Whoville. I mean, I'm a Gen Xer, so yeah, I always loved the Grinch, man. So I do like the Grinch. I am not a Grinch. I'm not. I love Christmas for you. I could give fuck less. Here we go, sacrifice. Yes, me no sacrifice. This is Sacrifice by Elton John. Yeah, he talks all about that. Now, when we love someone, is it really a sacrifice? Does it feel it? Yes, it is. But it doesn't feel like one. Unconditional love. Boundaries. Right? I'll give you a great example. I was invited to Thanksgiving, and there are people there. My family may not love me, but I love them. But that doesn't mean, and I don't know. I don't know if they truly love me. They maybe they do in their own sense. Maybe it's unconditional love. I love you, but then they throw. Actually, it's not. It's that we got to use tough love on Dion. We got to use tough love on him, because otherwise you won't change. And you know what happened? I became a better horse thief. I did. I learned how to work the system. I learned how to work you. Yeah. No wonder people are like, Dion, you're 15 going on 40. I'm like, well, no, you're just an idiot. That's what was, because that's how people talk to me. Oh, well, no, I thought that was normal. Well, you're just stupid then. I thought that was a regular word for a long time. I thought you were just stupid. Oh, it's name calling. Shit. I agree. Jim Carrey was the best one. You know, as far as like, because a lot of his acting, I get enough of the physical, but Jim Carrey is one of the coolest motherfuckers ever, man. He is. Go listen to some of his stuff that isn't comedy. Be like Jim Carrey, man. He's just a beautiful dude. He is. Once he puts that thing aside, and he's funny, but he has said some things to me. Like I posted one thing today that he said about getting in people's faces that are, that are homeless and stuff. Okay. What does the Bible say about unconditional love? And I bet it's exactly what Patricia said. The love of God is unconditional. We got it. We got it. I got it. It just hit. It just hit. This is step 6. Unconditional love is step 6, along with emotional sobriety. And the only perfect love is our higher powers love. And therefore, unconditional love is not necessarily something that I obtain, but something that I strive for. Unconditional love would sit in the perfection category. Does that make more sense to Dion? It does now. Wow. I've been using unconditional love wrong. Look at that shit. I haven't necessarily been wrong, but now I have a better understanding of it. Okay. Do I unconditionally love my family? No. And I'll tell you why. Because they don't treat me right. No. Or otherwise, I'd just let them walk all over me. And as God's children, we stand on our own 2 feet. We don't bow before anyone. Okay. It sucks that yesterday I had to call my mom and say, Mom, I'm not gonna go. I will start a fight. I didn't do that, but it falls on me. I'm not the one that disavowed Dion and didn't invite him to Thanksgiving for 5 years because Wendell was there. And I told her, I'm like, it's only because they're not going to be around Wendell, and I'm not going to be a second thought. You guys have got to learn how to fucking grow up. Now, if you start inviting me while Wendell is there, I will give you no trouble. I won't give anybody trouble. Because, see, you've allowed me to be a part of. And since you've decided to make that decision, I can bend a little bit more. But if you think I'm going to put unconditional love on that so you can continue to hurt me, no, 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 no. It ain't going to happen. So maybe I have been utilizing it correctly. I just didn't realize it. So what does that come back to? Well, that comes back to the 9th step promises that we suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. And what is that? Well, it's unconditional love. Fuck. Yeah, it is. I don't know that I have much more on that. I mean, it anymore, I think, would just be kind of beating it. So I don't know. I got a little bit more in me, but I forgot to do something before I came on, and that was go to the bathroom. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to the bathroom. In the meantime, somebody give me a page to read from the big book. Then we'll do that. Thank you. We're going to come back to a small bladder comment. See, what other live do you go to that somebody gets to just go to the bathroom in the middle of it? Yeah. See, you're not paying, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't have a page number yet. All right. 66. You got it. Guess what? They open right to it. If that isn't a God thing, I wonder what God wants to tell us right now. It is a plain that a life which includes deep resentment leads only to futility and happiness. Yeah, you know, I kind of need to hear this right now. Well, I'm kind of doing this. Remember, earlier I said I'm looking for somebody to fight, and it isn't anybody in particular. It's that I'm like a little upset with several people, which has turned into a big upset. I don't know where to put my anger. Right? And I've held back. I haven't written anymore. Nope. I've been keeping my mouth shut, except for here. To the precise extent that we permit these, do we squander the hours that might have been worthwhile? And that's the part that ends up making me depressed. Because I do that, and then like, Dion, you wasted your time again. Why do you continue to do it? And see it now that's already leading into my depression. But, even though those are kind of healthy things to ask, are better than the anger. Okay. But when I'm depressed, I don't end up having to make as many amends. I didn't say that's healthy. I'm just telling you what happens. But did he he resented Christmas, but because of Cindy Lou who by the way sings X's and O's, didn't she turn the Grinch into, and why did he resent Christmas? Didn't he have like a bad childhood or something like that? Been a while since I watched the Grinch, so I've kind of forgotten the story. But with the alcoholic whose hope is the maintenance and growth of a spiritual experience, this business of resentment is infinitely great. We found out it is fatal. For when harboring such feelings, we shut ourselves off from the sunlight of the spirit. Yeah, I kind of got my answer, right? So I need to step back into the sunlight of the spirit. Then tell you something. My brain's telling you, fuck yeah, I don't feel like doing that. See? It happens, doesn't it? There's going to be resistance. There's always going to be a little bit of resistance because in my brain, that's not the easier, softer way. Even if it was, even if it is, my brain doesn't think so. So therefore, well, that's kind of uncomfortable. We don't want to do that. So when I have a choice between those, I'm going to go for the uncomfortable because I know it's the right way because I don't want it. That's right. His heart grew. Being full of joy. Oh, so he resented Christmas joy. So he was upset that everybody else got to be happy, but he did not. Ah, okay. Yeah. So he was picked on, never wanted to be a part of, never got to be a part of because he was different. Very good catch, Amber. The Grinch is alcoholism. In this case, the Grinch is alcoholism. All right. For when harboring such feelings, we shut ourselves. I know I read it, but it needs to be repeated. We shut ourselves off from the sunlight of the spirit. The insanity of alcohol returns, and we drink again. And with us, to drink is to die. If we were to live, we had to be free of anger, the grouch, The Grinch and the brainstorm were not for us. I was going to change it, but I couldn't remember the word Grinch, so I had to look up and look at the word again. I need more coffee. They may be the dubious luxury of non-alcoholics, but for alcoholics, these things are poison. That's why we call them normals, because it says normal people. But in here, we're just saying non-alcoholics. So, yeah, if I spend too much time focused on that one thing, then, that's kind of what I'm going to get, is it not? Sorry. Sometimes things just go blank in my head. They just go blank. So, it just feels like something needs to be done. But instead, today, I think what I'm going to do, not that I've had a bad day, but it could lead to being frustrated. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to pull a little prevention here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my day over now instead of waiting till it gets bad. And why do I get to do that? Because we just had a little reminder from page 66 that the grouch and the brainstorm are not for Dion. Because when I'm there, I can't find much serenity, joy, or even unconditional love. So, yeah. How do you start your day over? I do my morning prayer again. That's how I do it. Yeah, I literally started over, because nobody ever teaches you how to start your day over. It's a personal thing. That's how I do it, because there's a little bit of action in it, and I'm conscious of it. And Dion, we made this decision. We're starting our day over. We don't need to go this route. We don't need to go this route, right? Besides, it's a good day. My new controller is finally showing up. The right stick, it's jacked up, and everything goes in a circle. And it's really hard to play and fight when you're fighting in a circle. But now I'm so used to going in a circle while playing. I've gotten used to it. My thumb keeps doing that. I'm tracking it too. The guy held up at customs, and I was getting pissed. I'm like, did I get duped again? Because I bought a self-cleaning cat box. Yeah, it never showed up. It never showed up. They're like, oh, well, it said that it was reported to you, and we can do such and such off. I'm like, oh, whatever, dude. You're just full of shit. I'm not giving you. I told him, great, put it back on the card that I paid with. And never heard back. So, maybe it got put back on. I don't know. It was my wife's card, so maybe it got put back there. All right, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I don't know. I'm kind of wore out on recovery right now. I'm just kind of wore out on everything. And I don't even want to think today. I don't. I'm tired of thinking. It's that brainstorm. And it's not easy for me to just take a day off, because people are like, you need to take some time off. I'm like, and do what? And do what? You don't think I don't go through this? And it's starting to come back. But those meds that I was on, between the duloxetine and the Cymbalta and the atorvastatin, between those two things, my enthusiasm for doing things was nil. That there wasn't anything that really got me excited or happy, because I wasn't able to reach those emotions. Right? Now it's starting to come back. But that in and of itself is a little flustering, because I don't have anything to extend this energy on except housework. And I'm tired of fucking housework too. Place looks good. Well, it's getting there. It's getting better. I still got to put stuff in the garage. But this is 2 years of living here and not getting anything done because I was on the atorvastatin, and yeah, so it's coming today. No, it'll be here today. My drums are put away. I don't feel like playing my drums. The reason I don't feel like playing my drums is because I'm at a point with my drumming where I just want to jam with other people, and that requires a shit ton of work that I don't want to do again. I don't have the stuff to make those AA plaques. I made those when I was 19. Amber, you are great at this. Thank you. You are. But what I'm thinking about getting into is actually pickleball, because it involves other people. I've always been really good at tennis, and they say it's one of the best sports for people my age because there's jumping involved in this movement and that movement. And then I can hang out with people that are, I don't know, not in AA. I don't know how well that'll go. Oh, my wife's at work. There's nobody. There's my wife. Yeah, my wife we don't get days off. It's something that, but these are all great suggestions. So please I'm not putting them down. They're just not within my control. So, maybe, who knows? Maybe I will pull out my drums. It's just it's all tore apart and shit. And I know what I could start doing. I know what I could play with today. I forgot all about this. I have people like watching other people open shit online. I don't know why that is, but just like I go upstairs and my kids watch videos of other people playing video games. I'm like, that. I have a drum. I have a drum. Nothing's open today, Amber. I know I've been saying I'm going to do it. Here's the thing. All right. But I have a drum. This is my drum. Okay. In order for me to do pickleball, I don't have my grandkids right now. These are great suggestions. But my grandkids are here. And my kids are getting ready to leave. So in order for me to play pickleball, I had to cut way down on my smoking. And I'm almost there. Yeah. I'm working on my quitting smoking. Because I can't do anything. But you're right. I can take an action on that today. I can. What can I do? I can go look for a pickleball paddle. Right? I go for a walk. Right? I go to the park. Even though I don't have my grandkids, I'll probably look like a creep. Okay? But yeah, these are good suggestions. Okay. Oh, you Virgos, you're so sneaky. You're so sneaky. Yeah. Yeah. Probably not. Rec centers are probably not closed today. About the government offices are and stuff, but I'm not sure what's open and closed today. Most stuff will be open. It's Black Friday, so which is a good day to buy a pickleball set, right? Maybe what I could do is the other thing I need to do is I need surgery because my wrist. Have you ever noticed I wear a? So good news on that. When I was filing a complaint against the BHA, I can barely even start an AA group. I can barely even start an AA. Maybe what we could do? We could start an AA pickleball club. I could do that. A recovery pickleball club. That'd be kind of cool. But see, now I'm back in recovery and I'm kind of trying to. I love AA, but not like that. So they also need a new microwave. Buy a microwave. All right. I'm just, um, yeah. The reason I find that comment that you think of whether it's real, it's just I started playing drums, right? And I've always wanted to play drums since I was little. Thing is, I'm at an age now where there's something, um, well, yeah, of course it's closed today. Central office probably closed today too. Why do we? I tell you, she works like 4 days a week and does hardly anything, and the amount of money she makes is just too much for nothing. See, brain's doing it again. All right, I'm gonna get off here. There you go. Instead of starting one, I could join one. Yes. You know, I do a lot of work to start things, and I'm tired of having to be the one to figure this out and figure that out. And then. So, yeah, I ain't starting nothing, but I will join one. And you tell me what to do. That'd be nice. Be nice. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I'm going to go start my day over. So is Jack. Huh, Jack? You going to start your day over? Hey, I'm talking to you. You going to start your day over? Yeah, he's like, yeah, I am, Dad. I'm sorry for not listening earlier. He got in trouble for the first time. All right. I love you.